There's a certain Gabon international linked with a switch to Arsenal these days, as Gunners fans desperately try to forget that Alexis Sanchez to Manchester United is a thing. Let's take a look at the best 11 of African players that are currently playing. Vincent Enyeama. Vincent Enyeama is nearly as old as time itself and doesn't even play international football anymore. He's currently at Lille, in that division where PSG have the league medals bought for the next 5 years. But can you find me any African goalkeepers that warrant a place over him? The 35-year-old spent 13 years as a Nigerian international, making 101 appearances before hanging up the international boots in 2015. He's still going on the club front, and it was only in August that the president of the Nigerian Senate tried to get him to return. Victor Moses. Considering Victor Moses was sentenced to a bunch of loan spells far away from West London for the first few years of his Blues career, seemingly destined to a life gathering dust in the Stamford Bridge basement, the Nigerian has turned it round in style. He had to wait 4 years to become a regular at the club, but has now played over 100 times for them, having been converted to a right wing back. Oh, and after getting bored of waiting for Roy Hodgson to pick up the phone, he decided to switch allegiances to the country of his birth, just like Wilfred Zaha, and now has 10 goals in 28 games for Nigeria. Mehdi Benadia. Mehdi Benadia seems like he's been around forever, but the Moroccan centre-half is still only 30 years old. In his second season at Juventus, he's on the hunt for a second successive Serie A title. Eric Bailly. It was either between Eric Bailly or Kalidou Koulibaly, so I'd say Bailly just edges it. The 23-year-old Ivorian has excels in swapping Villarreal from Manchester United in 2016. The £30 million defender has 28 caps to his name. No goals though. Fawzi Goulam. Jesus, you'd probably have to chop off your tongue to correctly pronounce this fella's first name. Never mind the pronunciation, Fawzi Goulam is a top defender though. The 26-year-old Algerian is in his 5th season with Napoli, has made over 150 appearances for the club, and was named Algerian Footballer of the Year last year. Having said that, considering Riyad Mahrez spent most of last year moping around the pitch with about as much enthusiasm as Eeyore, I'm not too surprised. Victor Wanyama. Buying players from Scotland is a bit like shopping at your local corner shop. You never really know what you're going to get. You could hit the jackpot and sign a Virgil van Dijk, i.e. a succulent sirloin steak, or you could be landed with a Gary Hooper, in other words a piece of chicken that smells of rat piss. When Southampton splashed out for Victor Wanyama from Celtic, he could have been anything. Luckily the Kenyan has lived up to the hype. And yes, there was hype. Jesus lads, this fella made his international debut when he was 15 years old. You don't want to know what I was doing when I was 15 years old. Naby Keita. Speaking of hype, Liverpool spent about 6 months hounding Naby Keita until RB Leipzig finally gave in, allowing the 22-year-old to move to the Reds at the end of the season for £48 million. The Ghanaian architect and former Red Bull Salzburg talent is one of the most exciting African midfielders in the game, but I don't think he's going to be winning much with his national team when the next most high-profile footballers are Paul Pogba's brothers. Yeah, I'm not really sure how that one works either. Mohamed Salah. Naby Keita certainly won't be alone in flying the African colours at Anfield next season. Jose Mourinho probably goes to bed every night wanting to slap himself in the face. Not only did he chuck away Kevin De Bruyne while at Chelsea, but he also viewed Mohamed Salah as nothing more than another Juan Cuadrado, spitting him back out after 6 months a couple of years ago. Signed by Liverpool from Roma last summer, the Prince of Egypt has caught fire with 24 goals in 30 games, which is already his best tally for any season. And I think Jose rated Oscar and Schürrle higher than him. Good lad. He was awarded African Footballer of the Year for 2017. Riyad Mahrez. A previous winner of that award, Riyad Mahrez looks back to his best. This is a man who 5 years ago was playing for the half-second team at the age of 21. Since then, he's played week in, week out at Doncaster, Millwall and Yeovil Town in the Championship, flooded with relegation before somehow winning the league the following season, notching 18 goals for Claudio Ranieri's men. Then he seemed to emulate Eden Hazard, not the one who terrorised his defences every week, no, the one who spent 9 months impersonating a damp paper towel, with the Algerian scoring 6 league goals before scribbling a goodbye letter to the Leicester fans. It's 6 months later, he's still at the King Power Stadium and looks like the Riyadh Slim Shady. That was terrible. Sadio Mane. Sadio Mane is coming good once more after a shaky enough opening to the season, but the Liverpool winger has been mostly sensational since moving from, well, who else but Southampton in 2016. He's scored 22 goals in 51 games for the Reds since jumping ship from the factory, and the man who was once Keita's teammate at Red Bull Salzburg has 14 goals in 47 games for Senegal. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Here we go, arguably the greatest African footballer on the planet right now. Nobody could have seen this coming a few years ago, especially when he was booted out of AC Milan after playing 0 games. And AC Milan that were signing Aguchi Onyewu and Kevin Prince Boateng, let's not forget. The 28-year-old Gabonese striker is a superstar, but to be honest, I'd say the Borussia Dortmund hitman is probably regretting not declaring for the country of his birth, i.e. France. He made his debut for Gabon in 2009, back when he was a nobody, struggling to score 1-4 in the French 2nd Division. But he went on to help the country to the quarterfinals of the 2012 African Cup of Nations and became their record goal scorer with 23 strikes. But he's rejected call-ups for World Cup qualifiers. Signed in 2013, he's replaced Robert Lewandowski superbly, netting 141 goals in 212 games. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe.